Good morning. So we're continuing our journey on the Path of Light Oracle by Anthony Salarino, and it's been produced by Blue Gaia, and it is an interesting selection we have today. So we have 5 cards actually, not 4 cards, 5 cards. So the first one to come forward is number 10, Service. So Service has stepped forward just to remind us that we are here as beings of light to serve not only ourselves but the greater collective. In the service that we offer, we can challenge, we can provoke, and we can enlighten. Now, none of that is incorrect, because you are here of service, delivering what you need to be delivered from your highest intention, always held with love and grace. When you say something that triggers somebody else, it illuminates something that needs to be reviewed, healed, or addressed within their own energy. It is not an attack of you. As long as you're holding your truth and you're speaking from your highest perspective, then it's part of the evolutionary path of individuals, yourself, and the whole. So to be in service is to be grateful for the information, for the tools, for the enlightenment and the wisdom that flows through you, to you and to others. To be of service is to graciously give of your time and your energy, to enhance and sometimes challenge certain beliefs and perspectives. You have to do your own inner work. Otherwise, you may be led astray. But as long as you are in divine alignment, then what comes to you through your guides is what needs to be delivered to the collective. It's not personal. It is evolutionary. It is creative, and it may create waves. And those waves can buff up against people, or they can just ride over them, depending how the energy is received or how the message is translated. So to be of service, you need to stand in your truth and stand in your honour. Respect everybody and their opinions, and understand that not everything is going to gel, but sometimes you are a messenger to actually cause a little ripple in the collective, to allow people the opportunity to look at things from a different perspective, from a higher timeline, to look at the whole, not the individual. Okay, so the second card is the 3 Gunas, which is number 5. So the 3 Gunas has stepped forward, and I don't read the book, so this may be very different to what's actually illustrated in the book. But for me, this is about growth, it's about truth, about prosperity, it's about enlightenment and wisdom, it's about the knowledge of understanding the journey. That from an internal perspective, what you say, what you are, what you vibrate, what you illuminate, how you present your energy is how this will actually transpire. What you say, how you present it, how you feel, what you vibrate, dictates what you will experience in your life. So the more love, the more compassion, the more understanding, the more forgiveness that you create, you allow, that you shed, that you exchange with others, the greater that your reward will be in what is coming forward. You will have more freedom, more love, more prosperity. You will have more enlightenment. You'll have deeper understanding and deeper wisdom. But it's a process, and that can come up and down, and it's a gradual thing. You can't receive it overnight. So the three gunas are just saying it's a bit like a plant, and it grows. And as the first flower blooms, and you manage and you enhance and embrace that expression, then you set the seed to fruit another flower, and again another flower. So as you absorb all of these lessons and these blessings, and you transmute that energy, and you live within that reality, and you walk within that environment, then your life will be blessed in many different ways. That's not to say that you will never have a challenge, because challenges are there to cement our understanding, to just buff up against us, just to make sure that we're still in alignment. Or they can be there to challenge us and to say, yes, that was in alignment, but actually now there is something new coming in. Open up and embrace that new energy, that new enlightenment, that new wisdom that's coming through, and then we will bloom again. So it's about being in alignment with your truth, with your honor, with your wisdom, to listen and to hold everything in your heart, and to know that what you say is said with love. It is spoken with love. It is written with love. It is shared with love. And if it's a trigger for you or somebody else, then there's a deeper piece of work to be done. But it's about allowing that energy to flow through you, so you are the conduit for proposed changes that may need to be enhanced or expressed or even embraced in certain situations. The next card is number 28, which we had actually, I think last week, which is the mind and meditation. So this is a bit like three gunas. This is about revisiting the aspects of ourselves that we find that we're holding on to. So a bit like putting the laundry on the line, we can see all that we want in all of the colours and all of the shades hanging out to dry. We take off what is dowdy, what is dingy, because that has been spent. We replace it with something bright and enlightening. Some of the dowdiness needs to be kept, because it just needs to be redipped in faith, redipped in love, redipped in wisdom to shine brightly. For those that are faded and appearing like rags, then that is energy, that is pathways, that is potential beliefs that actually are no longer serving our highest timeline. So it's a bit like an awakening. You begin to realize what is for you, how you're evolving, how you are actually expressing, and how you begin to change. When you sit in meditation, you sit in silence, you sit and you listen, and you eventually hear the whisperings of your own soul. You hear that voice of divinity that comes through you. You sit and honor who you are at the core, your own eternal being, that light, that God spark that comes through you, that actually resonates with your soul. We are all here with contracts. We are all here to play a role, to open up, to find our way home. Eventually, we're all actually leading ourselves home, leading ourselves to that position of love, that understanding and that wisdom, that peace within. But there are many different trajectories and journeys, and very, very many lessons we need to overcome and understand along the trajectory of our journey. As we embrace them, as we understand them, as we sink into the wisdom within them, they begin to illuminate. And those that are no longer good, or those that no longer resonate, we can actually just send down to Gaia, and they can be transmuted into something beautiful. For those that are just virgining, for those that hold true clarity, we keep hold of and we honour. But there'll be others that are just sitting on the periphery that we're not quite ready to embrace, that maybe at this present moment are just a little bit out of our comfort zone, and we're not in the alignment to actually understand the significance of what it's coming in. It will come in. You will be aligned. You will be awakened to a deeper aspect, but allow it to unfold in divine timing. Allow it to come in and bloom within its own right. Don't force it. Don't dismiss it. Just witness it, observe it, and allow it to come through. The next card is number 13, which is Inner Freedom. So this is a beautiful energy on this card. So Inner Freedom has stepped forward to understand that we all have a sacredness within, that we are that sacred vessel, that we are the conduit, that we are the suit of flesh, that inside we are the spirit. And it is a spirit that is eternal, that's infinite, that is powerful, that has the wisdom and the knowledge that we seek. To find that wisdom, to connect with that knowledge, we need to visit our internal freedom. When we connect with our true authenticity, when we connect with that which we were born with, when we visit our true divine blueprint, then we can connect with the essence of who we are. It may be that you are human. It may be that you are here to develop and envelop the humanity. It may be that you originate from somewhere else. No one, no thing is any lesser or better than anybody else. We are all here as part of a jigsaw puzzle, and we all have a piece. But we need to connect with our inner freedom. We need to embrace who we are and understand the reasons for being here, to honour that light within. When we sit and we honour and we bask in the beauty of the radiance that flows through us, we can find the jewels, we can find the enlightenment, we can find the illumination, and we can share those gifts willingly and lovingly with others. So today, on this beautiful day, with not a cloud in the sky, you are invited to sit and ground in the beauty, in the essence of your own divinity. What do you have to say? What is your divinity speaking to you about? What can you share? What lessons have you learned? What wisdom can you partake in, and can you cleanse and give to others? That light is so bright. That energy is so magnificent. You are that sovereign being. You are that light. You are that spark of eternal wisdom. You just need to tap in. You need to embrace, you need to allow, and you need to let it grow. So today, visit your light, shine your light, thank it, have compassion for it, forgive what needs to be forgiven, and embrace it on a whole new level to open up not only your heart, but the hearts of those you actually come into contact with. And the last card today is number 11, fulfillment. So fulfillment has come forward with the energy of when we are in complete alignment, when we are honouring not only ourselves and our light, but honouring that which flows through us, that which is around us. We are seeing things from the highest timeline, and not only what is in front of you, but look at the broader picture. Look at what is going on in society, in the world, what is going on in your neighbourhood. How are things changing? How are things evolving? You begin to understand how you can be fulfilled in so many different ways. There is a lot of trauma. There is a lot of indecision. There is a lot of ambiguity within what is going on. But also there is a lot of light. There's a lot of roots. There is a lot of birthing of something new. It's evolving. It's transmuting. It's allowing the density to fall away. And within that vibration, you will be fulfilled. You may initially be, what's the word I want? Shocked, traumatized, frightened. But that is just a vibration that you don't need to hold. Let it go. Go back to your heart. What is true for you? A lot of what is in the general society, a lot of what is in the media has been twisted and taught, and it is not truth. The truth is coming out. The truth will be laid bare. And those perceptions that have been believed for such a long time will be challenged. But you will, throughout the journey, find fulfillment, because you will rise in the sanctity of your soul. You will rise in the embodiment of truth. You will rise because you are sovereign. And you will find that things will just shift into place. As you embrace the new energies that we have walked into, as you understand the new timeline, as you believe and walk in the light of truth, the light of prosperity, the light of illumination, the light of compassion and forgiveness, that is what will come. That is what will be illuminated. That is what will sustain you and fulfill you going forward, because everything else drops away. I've just been called to show you this card. I have another deck that I just use for myself, but this card is speaking to me today, so I'm going to give it to you. This is from The Oracle Temples by Anne Varney, and it's a very sacred and very beautiful deck, and it's the Oracle Divine Insight. And this card is stepping forward just to say, you are the Oracle. You are the light. You are the power of your own thoughts, words and deeds. There is divine insight travelling through you. There is divine alignment taking place around you. Hold your centre at the core, and trust the journey. Trust your truth and trust your light. You are a walking God or Goddess. You are divinity incarnated. Your divine insight is needed, and everybody's divine insight will be different. From their perspective, from their journey, from their enlightenment, from the power that they hold. but it all comes together and it weaves a beautiful tapestry. So Divine Insight has stepped forward to say, we honour you, we honour your light, we honour your journey. We honour the depth of your understanding and the growth that you are embracing. So from me and the cards, and a beautiful day in Warwickshire, although it gets very cold. From my heart to your heart, good morning, good evening, good night. Poppy is sleeping. So, good afternoon. Wherever you are, whenever you see this, there will be something here for you. It may be a word, it may be a phrase, maybe a vibration. It may be a seed that gets planted. As it grows and as you water it, it's fertilised and it'll bloom. And maybe it's something in the now moments to come that you will understand the message from today. But from whatever you're doing, I wish you blessings. I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from the Eternal Light deck by Tony Salarino, who I think actually probably is the same person. But these are little tiny cards that give you a message. So we just have a message for today, Spirit. What do we need to know as we're walking in this energy? I'm not reading all of those. That's about 12. So the two that have actually shone light for me, and the first one is the light of truth. The light of truth that emanates from your heart can dissolve all fear and apprehension. Trust in life, proceed with confidence, and all will come together to be resolved in the most positive way for everybody. Repeat this mantra over and over. I follow my truth. I trust my life. I follow my truth. I trust my life. And the second card that caught my attention was Precious Moments. Ultimately, all we truly have is our soul and our memories. Cherish the time you have with those you love and treasure the memory of all those who have been part of your journey. Focus on the precious things in life. Lighten up and savour the sweetness of every moment. So from Poppy and I, on this beautiful day, Namaste.